Hey everybody, welcome back to the 509. Today we are going to make a custom template for custom angles, such as mostly bay miters, but sometimes you'll run into inside and outside miters that aren't, the standard angles. So I'll show you how we here at Metalmasters do them. Okay, so if you look at this angle here, we're going to draw this out on some cardboard, and you can use, we usually use, we usually use like downspout box pieces or elbow box pieces or whatever to draw these out, but I'll show you real quick. So I'm going to just I'll put my camera here and show you guys. This is kind of to resemble a bay miter, an inside bay miter to an outside bay miter, but for both miters, as long as this is going straight across in this same plane, you can use the miter template from this to draw these as well. But what we do here is stick the cardboard underneath the fascia itself and then hold it, and then you can draw you your lines here. So we're going to draw us the lines here for the angle. All right, so this line here is going to represent your fascia, the outside of the fascia. So we're going to go from here this way and proceed. So when you're doing these, if you're doing 5-inch gutter, of course we're going to use a 5-inch stretch out here, and if you're doing 6-inch gutter, use 6-inch. So anyways, we're going to mark it here at 6 inches here, and then, oops, cardboard's a little short. Anyways, we're going to mark it at 6 inches here, and then we're also going to mark it on this plane here at 6 inches, and then over here as well, if y'all can see that, from there to here. Now let me get well, I might be able to use this. Let me see here. And we're going to just connect these dots here like that. Connect these. Okay, the next thing you want to do is, the next thing we do is I'm going to go get a square real quick, and I'll show you the next step. All right, I went and got a speed square, but I think I'm going to use this framing square since I have it here. It's a little bit more flush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to that corner, that inside corner part there. Make this line straight, and then I'm going to transfer this line over this way like this. And then that's basically all you got to do. The next thing you got to do is, now you got a square line here. It's square. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to figure out what this measurement is. So I'm going to go on the inside, since I was marking to the inside of that marker line. And then, so that's going to be about 2.5 inches. Right there, to that inside corner part there. So we're going to hold on to that measurement, 2.5 inches, and then we'll do the next step. All right, so we've got our measurement from over there at the other table. Now we're back at the workbench. Our measurement was 2.5 inches. So, first thing you need to do is make sure your edge is square before we start doing any of this stuff here. That one's a little chewed off there, so let me cut that off real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm going to just make a quick drawing for you on this template here. So what we're going to do is our base measurement was 2.5. So we need 2.5 inches for each side of the template when we're going to draw our angles, and then we need an extra 2 inches in the middle for the handle. So we're going to have 2.5 inches times 2. It's going to be 5. Then plus 2 is going to be 7. So we need a 7-inch piece. It's going to be like this, so that's going to be, and that's going to come down at an angle. This is the face of it, come down an angle. So this is going to be 2 inches, and then from here to here and here to here, it's going to be 2.5. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. We got our piece of gutter here, and what we're going to do first is, let's see here, let me get this here. So we're going to get, actually we need to go ahead and just cut this off first. So I'm going to mark 7 inches from here. square this up. Now keep in mind, this is just for entertainment / educational purposes. I'm doing this kind of in a hurry because I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'd like for you guys to stay till the end of the video. And so you might need to fine tune it a little bit. I'm not saying that this is going to be perfect, but this is going to get you in the right direction for sure on how to do these out in the field. So, all right, I'm going to chop this real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with the piece of gutter. Y'all didn't need to see me cutting that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to, from the back side here, is we're going to measure. So I can get this right. Marker. All right, from here we're going to go in 2.5 inches from each side. That should leave us a little 2-inch handle there. All right, 2.5. Now we're going to square this up. And this template, once we're done with it, should work for both the inside and outside miters. And then from there, once you give it a shot and you get it refined to your liking, then you can go ahead and figure on adding your extras for your tabs and stuff like that. Now this is specifically for that template that we drew over there. This isn't going to work on anything else necessarily unless you have the same exact layout. So you got to make sure that I'm just throwing this out there as a disclaimer. Just make sure you take your own measurements, and it should work out for you. So all right, so from here we're going to draw us a straight line from here over to our tip of our miter here. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to try to line this up from this line here as straight as we can, from a straight overhead view to that, and then go ahead and mark it. Let's see here. It's going to be a little sloppy, I'm just telling you in advance. Like that. I'm going to do this other side here real quick. It's kind of hard to do this over this camera here. This is going to come up right here. And across here. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Now we'll just cut this out. In the meantime, while I'm cutting this out, if you guys don't mind going down to the subscribe button and click that, go ahead and click the bell notifications so you can be notified next time we make some more videos. And also, if this helps you out, please give us a thumbs up. Another thing to mention real quick as well is that I'm an Amazon affiliate, and I'm going to put some links in the description for some of the tools and stuff that we use. And hopefully there's something in there that you guys can use, but just go to the description and click on some of those links and check them out and see what you think. All right, so now we got this cut, and we're going to have to cut this lip off like we normally do. I don't know if I can do that with this here. Let's see this other side. I might be able to do it here. So we want to just cut it down like about maybe an 1/8 inch below that. If I can get these snips all the way in there, I can't. Let me get these other ones. Hold on. Okay, let's try these. If I can get them in there the rest of the way. Nope. Well, I'm gonna have to cut some relief cuts in this. Thought I could cut it out, but I guess I was wrong. All right. Sorry, it's a little hacked up. Look at that hack job I did. Doesn't matter. So now here we're going to do it just like we did the other templates. We're going to fold it out a little bit, and then we're going to fold it in just a little bit tighter so it'll fit inside that other gutter comfortably. We're going to bend this a tab here for a handle, and now we're going to get the other gutter and get rid of some of this mess here. All right, now we're going to get this gutter, and we're going to put this in here like this to the corner. We're going to flush it up to this corner here. a little sprung. All right, we're going to put this into where this corner here matches, is flush. And then we're going to go ahead and, actually this is for an outside miter. And the way I had it laid out over there is for inside miter. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this out this way to where this is flush here. And then we're going to pinch this to make sure that that's snug. Now we're going to go ahead and mark this right here and cut it out. And I'll take it over there and show you what our end result is. That, and then I'll go ahead and cut that out. I'll be right back. All right, so I got the miter cut out. You can see it right here. So let's take it over to the other workbench, and we'll set up those two fascia boards, and you can see this one. So we're back to the other table here. This is our sheet metal table. We use this to load all our sheets of flat stock on here, and then we drag them from here over this way, and then we put them on the shear and shear them off there, and then we take them back over to the workbench where we were just at. Just thought I'd show you real quick. But anyways, we're back to this table here. Let me set this thing so it don't fall. And then we'll get these 2x4s that we had a little while ago, and we'll put them up against here like we had it before. And then this is where the gutter's going to come in. It's going to hit that inside part of that. It's a little bit crooked in there, but you can see that that's where. So I went ahead and drew a center line right here. You can see from the back corner to the front. Went and put these boards down. But we're going to get our gutter and line it up on the back here. And then that should be pretty straight on that line there. Can you see that? And then from there, you could pretty much proceed to, you know, if you want to draw your tabs, or you can try to see if you can still fit a strip miter on it, or however you want to do it. But like I said, this is just for education / entertainment purposes. You know, try it out for yourself on some scrap before you go and start doing this to, you know, the piece of gutter that you're planning on hanging on the house, to make sure that it works for you and you get it mastered. So another note real quick, when you're done with these templates, what I would do is mark them and save them. If you have room, save them on your shelf, and you might be able to use them again in the future. And you probably have to go through this to find that, but if you have that right here already, then you can just grab it and go. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to check out our description for our Amazon links. I'd appreciate it if you check on those and click on them and see if there's anything you could use. But until next time, we'll see you back here at the 509. Y'all take care.